never know. You never know. Hey folks, Dave Olney here. This show is called You Never Know. It's January and it's warm here. Hope you're doing good wherever you are. See what's coming up this week, January 17th and 18th. On the Cities of the Saints train tour from New Orleans to San Antonio, performing with Brock Zeman. And new album, Don't Try to Fight It, to be released on March 31st, 2017, produced by Brock Zeman. It will be released on Red Parlor Records. That's the same label as One Tough Town. It'd be nice to work with those folks again. This is all good news. And let's see. Every Tuesday, free fall radio show on WXNA from 11 till noon Central Time, 101.5 FM, and streaming live on WXNAFM.com. Next week, Thursday, January 26th, Sam Bond's Garage in Eugene, Oregon. See, it's a James Bond theme. Okay. Then the Minor Key Concert Series at the Old Church in Portland, Oregon. That's January 27th. And then Saturday, January 28th, the Axe and Fiddle. It sounds like, what are those Nightmare on Elm Street type things, the Axe and Fiddle. They chop you up and then they do a jig. That's, we'll have a good time. Axe and Fiddle in Cottage Grove, Oregon. Got something stuck in my throat. It's been there for about 10 years. Next month, Columbia, Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, and Shenandoah, Iowa, on the way to and from Folk Alliance International, and Kansas City, Missouri, and blah, blah, blah. Go to David Olney, davidolney.com. Situation. Everything was going good, everything was jake. The night was passing fine and smooth and quiet as a snake. Everything was working, just a humming right along. I got a feeling in my bones that something might be wrong. Something more is going on than noises in the night. Can't put my finger on it, but it's nowhere close to right. So boss, I thought I'd better call you up and fill you in. Something here is gonna blow, I just can't tell you when. Boss, I know you're a busy man, don't mean to wear you none, but someone better get down here, we got a situation. The air got thick and heavy, and I thought I smelled some smoke, and I thought I heard a rattle like something might be broke. Was that a siren's wail, or was that a woman's laugh? Was that a raven calling, or the sound of broken glass? Boss, boss, I know you're a busy man, don't mean to worry you none, but I'm gonna need some backup, I can't handle this alone. And they better get on down here quick, we got a situation. They better get on down here quick, we got a situation. You better get on down here now, we got a situation. All right, situation. That's a hard song to play. It's a weird form. But anyway, the idea for that came like a zillion years ago. I had a job working for a surveyor in Morganton, North Carolina. And he'd go out, we got in the woods, and he had to like get the property line or something. And we had a crew of people, and you had to chop down a bunch of bushes and trees and limbs and da-da-da-da. And it was the whole time we were doing this 1 week, it was drizzling rain. And, you know, you'd get a big pile of brush, and you'd throw a tire on it and soak it in gasoline and light it, and it would burn. But it would burn sort of real low because everything was wet. Well, we went did that and then went and worked someplace else. And then about a week later, the boss said, can you, me, and another guy, another kid, go out there and burn some of that brush off we did a week ago? I said, sure, no problem. We watched them. We know how to do it. You put the tire on, you soak everything in gasoline, you light the match, and it burns. Except that it hadn't rained in a week. And now everything is really dry. This is, you know, in the woods in North Carolina, getting close to the mountains there. And we get the big pile of brush, we put the tires on, soak everything in gasoline, light the match, and boom! The whole woods went up. And, okay, so it doesn't happen immediately. You think you got the fire under control, and you go, no, we better go up here. And I told the other guy, I said, I'm going to go up here and call Mr. Maloney and let him know what's going on. And I had this conversation. I was 17 at the time. And, yeah, Mr. Maloney, yeah, this is David. I'm up here with Bob, and, yeah, we're burning that. Yeah, oh, yeah, it's burning, yeah. Listen, in fact, it's burning so much that I think we may not have control of this. So I'm thinking maybe you ought to come on up here and check it out. And maybe you should bring a fire truck. And, you know, it's the nature of things that you want to low-key this as much as possible, but what you're looking at is the end of the world as we know it. So anyway, they did bring a fire truck, and North Carolina is still there. So anyway, it's just the idea of somebody working someplace and something starts going wrong. And in the song, it's more of a industrial kind of setting to me. And there's rattles, there's weird sounds, almost like screams. And this guy's going, I better call the boss. And I don't know. Once I got the idea for it, it still tickles me, actually. But that idea of the phone call that the underling has to make to the boss is, you know, it's pretty awkward. So that's what that song's about. So that's probably more than you want to know. Hope you're doing good. I myself have a runny nose, which in this, another thing about situation is, it reminds me of the whole Donald Trump thing. You know, you got to call up somebody and go, hey, better get down here. Things are out of control. So I have a runny nose, and in these upside down times, that is now considered to be really, really cool. The young people especially like an old guy with a runny nose. Can I help it if I'm hip? You never know. You never know. You
never know.